So I do need to preface this video with a little bit of an asterisk, a very sad asterisk, because it is being reported that potentially El Hijo del Vikingo was injured at a TNA Impact taping literally last night. The X was thrown up and he was sort of stretched out. So speedy recovery, please. I hope everything is okay with Vikingo, because it sucks that he's just come back from like 8 months or something like that and he's potentially injured again. I really hope he's okay, and all my love goes out to Vikingo. I need to get that out of the way, and stay tuned to any sort of Progress Wrestling socials or anything if this matchup should change due to injury, because I'm sure we'll get a banger out of the way. Hello and welcome to FTTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about Progress Wrestling. In particular, we are talking about a very exciting announcement that was made at last night's show, Werewolves of London, and that is the matchup between Cara Noir and El Hijo del Vikingo. Oh boy, that's a little bit tasty. But before we dive into that, please hit subscribe, please like the video, please comment your thoughts down below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them as we dive into this. So, I was unable to watch Werewolves of London. I was working till 8 o'clock, and therefore I missed the entire live stream, which sucks. I will have my review up when it hits on demand, because I really wanted to watch this show. It had Cara Noir versus Kenta, for crying out loud. And yeah, we got an announcement. I was there in the break room, just chilling, checked my phone, and then the graphic flashed up. Cara Noir versus Vikingo. And thankfully there was no one around, because it was a Sunday evening. I squealed like a little piggy, because, oh my god, that is a dream match if ever I saw one. Cara Noir versus Vikingo. Now Vikingo, let's talk about Vikingo for a little bit. One of the best wrestlers in the world. For anyone who's unfamiliar with Vikingo, I highly recommend you check out his matches he had in AEW. I highly recommend his match with Kenny Omega, because that is incredible stuff. His matches in Impact, really, really cool. He is an incredible luchador, incredible wrestler, and he's coming to the UK at Vendetta 2 to make his UK debut. His UK debut. Now, I could have sworn that he'd made his UK debut. For some reason, I remember seeing I visualized a graphic, but I think it's like Mandela effect, where I've just sort of worked myself into thinking he once did a Rev Pro show, but I can't find a graphic, so I believe it is that Progress have put it on their socials. It is his UK debut, and he's facing Cara Noir in the Electric Ballroom. There's not much else to say about this. That match is going to be excellent. It's going to be goddamn fantastic. And I just love that, we're getting these, huge stars from across the world to come into British wrestling. Like Progress have been doing it for a while. We had Eddie Kingston, we had Swerve Strickland, we've had so many people come across, and now we're getting Vikingo. Rev Pro are doing it as well. They have their working relationship with New Japan, so obviously you've got Zack Sabre Jr., Ishii, Mina Shirakawa, all coming across and taking part in Rev Pro shows. It's such a healthy industry at the moment, and putting on banger matches like Rev Pro doing Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hechicero, like Cara Noir versus Kenta, and now Cara Noir versus Vikingo. It's just showing that wrestling's booming right now. It is absolutely booming. I'm really excited to watch the Kenta match. I haven't seen it yet, but Cara Noir on this sort of comeback tour that he's doing, it looks like he's checking off his bucket lists of people that he wants to face. Kenta, we've got Charlie Evans at the Manchester show, and now we're going to have Vikingo at the Vendetta 2 show. It looks like it's going to be stacked for Cara. Looks like it's going to be absolutely stacked. Not to mention his debut match coming back against Yoshiki Inamura. This, what? It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It's like an insane return tour for Cara Noir. And the fact that we weren't potentially going to get this because the injury was career threatening, it makes me so happy. It makes me so happy to see things like this. And yeah, I wanted to get this out there if you haven't seen already, because if you are a UK wrestling fan and you're unaware of Progress, you're unaware of Vikingo, you're unaware of Cara Noir, I hope this sort of puts that out into the ether. And I hope you go and check this match out, because Vendetta 1 was a fantastic show. It was a really, really fantastic show. I really like the way that Progress have done these Vendetta shows. Like, they're hyping them up to be like their big show of the year. You had Eric Young and Sanity on the last Vendetta show. Like, you're getting these big moments. And I think that's really good, and it makes me really happy, because I really love the storytelling that Progress Wrestling do. It is the pro wrestling that I am most into at the moment. Like, British wrestling as a whole is probably the wrestling that I'm most into, because I think it just keeps getting better and better. And I think it's reaching. We're getting closer to the peak. Like, we're getting back, and I just think that this is going to be an absolute belter of a match, which, if you are a UK fan, you need to be made aware of, because my God, Vikingo versus Cara Noir could be a match of the year contender. It absolutely could. So yeah, if you're in London, get your tickets. What are you doing? Sadly, I don't live in London. Sadly, I can't go down for the day because trains are a bastard. But something else that I do want to dive into in this video, if you stuck around long enough to hear me rant about an amazing match that we're going to see, I want to talk about this new deal that we've got. Progress Wrestling and Defy, now part of Triller TV. Triller TV, if you're here in the UK, that's where I get my AEW pay-per-views from, my AEW Plus subscription, so I can watch Dynamite when it airs in the US. I think that's awesome. I think that's really, really awesome. I think Triller, formerly known as Fight, for anyone who isn't aware of that, they are really sort of making a stamp, or taking a stamp, whatever the phrase is, on getting really cool promotions and building up their library of content. And it makes things really accessible for fans in the UK, because I think that is the biggest roadblock that pro wrestling faces, particularly for us in the UK, is that a lot of pro wrestling can be locked behind a paywall. You've obviously got Impact Plus, WWE Network, you've got Demand Progress, Rev Pro On Demand, you've got New Japan World, Wrestle Universe, so many different subscription services. So sort of Triller TV sort of being that hub where you can get your Dynamite, your Progress, your Defy, and you can get all these various promotions. I really, really like that. I really like the promotions being under an umbrella and not having to pay like an ungodly amount for subscription services, because you pair wrestling subscription services with like movie subscription services, you're probably paying a lot of content. You're probably paying for a lot of content that you probably don't watch. I'm looking at you, Disney Plus. When have I ever used you recently? So yeah, I think it's a really awesome deal. Really, really awesome deal, and I think it only shows growth for Progress. So the more awareness people have of it, hopefully the new people who subscribe to my channel because of my rant about the WrestleMania tickets, hopefully you check out Progress as well, because it is, in my opinion, the best pro wrestling out there in the world right now. Yeah, check it out. Fight, Triller, Demand Progress Plus, wherever you can, and stay tuned for the Cara Noir El Hijo del Vikingo match. Yeah, what a nice little upbeat video for a Monday morning. Beat the Monday blues by talking about Vikingo versus Cara Noir. That's how we do it. So yes, please subscribe for more wrestling content, and have a nice day.